Bitcoin's going to be traded over $100,000. It's obvious. I'm going to show you some of those reasons why. Bitcoin's going to be traded over $250,000. It's obvious. I'm going to show you some more reasons why. Your little trading models can't account for this. Do you understand that Bitcoin is going to reach unfathomable prices per coin? A market cap that will astonish you. Larry Fink, CEO of Blackrock. And look, Blackrock is what Blackrock is, what they do, and what they're involved with is one thing, okay? But the other thing is the fact that the biggest hedge fund manager in the world, okay, we're talking $10 trillion. Do you remember what Bitcoin's market cap is? Okay, 1 trillion. The entire market cap of cryptocurrencies are over $2.4 trillion. Bitcoin makes up nearly half of all of crypto's net worth. I get it. Math. Pretty easy math. Listen to what he says.
My opinion 5 years ago was wrong. Here's my opinion today. This is what I believe in today. I believe the opportunity today. I believe Bitcoin is legitimate. I'm not trying to say there's not misuses like everything else, but it is a legitimate financial instrument that allows you to have maybe uncorrelated, non-correlated type of returns. I believe it is an instrument that you invest in when you're more frightened, though. It is an instrument when you believe that countries are debasing their currency, debasing their currency by excess deficits, and some countries are. I believe we have countries where you're frightened of your everyday existence, and if you have an opportunity to invest in something that is outside your country's control, then you can have more financial control. And so I'm a major believer that there is a role for Bitcoin in portfolios. I believe you're going to see that as one of the asset classes that we all look at. I look at it as digital gold, as I said before, and I do believe there's a real need for everyone to look at it.
People like him do not backtrack often. This means two things. This means that they're already in, for better and worse, and that Bitcoin is never going away. Gold sucks. A lot of people hype up gold. A lot of people have never had gold. Have you ever really owned precious metals? They're trash. It's you get into them at a high price. They're hard to get out of. They're heavy. They're physical. You have to move them, right? They're not easy to trade. I can buy Bitcoin just like that. I can send my Bitcoin from me to you in Australia just like that. Or actually, it'll take about 10 minutes, technically. Unless you use something like the Lightning Network. But that has, to be honest, never really fully caught on. The point, though, being is that I'm going to get my Bitcoin to you a lot faster, a lot cheaper, and a lot safer than I would ever get gold to you. There's no intermediaries that are going to stop us or tax us or, it's not potentially going to get stolen on the way. That level of value is ridiculous, okay? So Bitcoin has retaken 60K plus prices after the tragic weekend. He's still going to be at Bitcoin 2024 conference despite the assassination attempt. This is, I agree, absolutely a pivotal moment for crypto because this is essentially Republicans adopting Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as being a pro piece of their platform. Meanwhile, over the last 4 years, Democrats have repeatedly attacked cryptocurrencies, especially with the SEC's efforts spearheaded by Gary Gensler. I'm not saying prior to that, Republicans were not in favor of crypto. Trump was not in favor of crypto when he was in office, but things change.
They always do.
I'm not going to go on a huge tangent here, but I'm just going to drop this list here on screen of presidents who opposed central banks or the Federal Reserve. And to make matters even crazier, the next vice president, I don't know, has Bitcoin, is pro-Bitcoin. Times are changing, boys. And all I'm saying is, like I've always been, I'm happy and proud to be on Team Bitcoin. It's very cool to see JD Vance to become the VP pick for one of the two major parties here who owns Bitcoin and is an active trader. BlackRock is a key piece when it comes to Bitcoin ETFs. There's many Bitcoin ETFs that are publicly available and traded. For example, there's Valkyrie, which I think has the most fun name, but it is not the best performing Bitcoin ETF. Disclosure, I also own some. I own several Bitcoin ETFs as well as Bitcoin. You should assume that. If you don't own Bitcoin, I question what are you doing? Just, in case anybody's watching, that's not financial advice. The point here being though is that Bitcoin ETFs are up since they've come out across the board, right? Bitcoin is up across the board. Well, that doesn't make sense because there's just one Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's up since ETFs have come out, right? And these are two of the key reasons why Bitcoin is going to be traded over $100,000 in the not so far future. It's realistic that we will see $250,000 Bitcoin. That's not even a 5x. A 5x on your investment over several years, 10 years, is not mind-blowing, okay? What is the market cap of gold? The market cap of gold is 16 trillion. Gold sucks compared to Bitcoin. What about silver? A lowly 1.5 trillion. Bitcoin is nearly as valuable as the perceived market cap of silver, a highly illiquid, difficult to trade precious metal. They all are. It's archaic. Precious metals were cool before we had digital currencies. And I have some precious metals. I have a soft spot for them. I think they're cool. Like it's ingrained in human nature to be like, oh, shiny, nice. I like it, valuable. Like, oh, gemstones, right? So cool, right? Metal, like, oh, this is gold. Wow, right? I mean, you could give me a bar of brass, and it's not just because I'm proud to have the ability and tools to protect myself, to be very clear on that. But it's not just because like, oh, I like brass for that reason. Like it's literally just a shiny metal block. And I'm like, yeah, that's nice, valuable. We should keep that. I'm serious about these future Bitcoin prices, right? I mean, look at the cryptocurrency as we zoom out. It's truly becoming a store of value. Look in the recent times. This is some of the most stable price action this coin has ever seen, while it has some of the higher volume in its lifespan. And understand that so much of trading of Bitcoin is not even happening on exchanges that can be tracked anymore, happening on chain, right? Things that can be easily measured, right? When we go down here to the exchanges, let me show you some obvious holes, okay, in crypto and Bitcoin trading. We go to 24-hour volume, and Orange X is sitting up here at the top, rank 47 for one reference. And now let's put in Robinhood. They trade cryptocurrency. You can buy Bitcoin on Robinhood. Technically, you can't withdraw. It's how real is that? But it's not here. Understand how much Bitcoin and crypto trading is taking place in this era that is not measured. I'm not trying to come off like some Bitcoin shill. Honestly, I have more money in altcoins because altcoins are what's going to make you rich, as opposed to Bitcoin being a store of value and a way to increase your wealth. I think I'll 2x my net worth that I have in Bitcoin, easy, eventually. I don't think that I'm going to 100x ever, not in my lifetime. I don't think we're going to see a 50x, right? I don't think we're going to see a 25x. You take $63,000 times 25. You're telling me we got a $1.6 million BTC. I mean, it's possible, I guess, but it's unrealistic. Let's say Bitcoin truly replaces gold. I think that's going to become a partial narrative in the future as it approaches gold's market cap. Maybe gold pulls back some, Bitcoin goes up, and when is Bitcoin going to overtake gold? Blah, 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 right? And so if it does that and gold doesn't really move, what are we going to see? Something like a 16x? It'd be $1 million per Bitcoin. I think that's possible in my lifetime. I don't think it's possible anytime soon. But here's the third thing that makes Bitcoin so freaking incredible. It's mined. A lot of people don't understand mining. I am a miner. I mine Bitcoin for many reasons. One, it's a great way to earn passive income. $35 million in emission in Bitcoin last 24 hours. So $35 million went out to Bitcoin miners, right? It's easy to buy a Bitcoin miner. You plug in power, you plug in an Ethernet cable, you start earning Bitcoin. By the way, we are an affiliate with ASIC Marketplace, so please use our link if you want to grab anything from their site and our code down the video description below to support yourself to save some coin. It's more difficult to be competitive in Bitcoin mining now. Here, for example, I've got 25 Bitcoin miners hooked up to this mining pool right now. With those 25 miners, you'll see all my models. I've got all kinds of different performance in here. I'm only mining 0.002 BTC per day. You know how much that is? It's $136. On average, my Bitcoin miners at my current electricity rate are basically breaking even. And so my electric rate right now is going between 8 and 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Mining is competitive. Mining is difficult. It's incredibly difficult. If we go back 1 year, the Bitcoin mining difficulty has gone up. I mean, what is that? Nearly like 40%. It has been pulling back some post-halving, but not that much. And Bitcoin miners are getting much more powerful and much more efficient. Of course, they release them after the halving. You manufacture dogs. But here's the deal though. Bitcoin miners are investing millions and millions and millions and millions into Bitcoin mining. They continue to. There's publicly traded Bitcoin miners. There's small scale Bitcoin miners like me. And of course, there's altcoin mining and mining of other cryptocurrencies and things like that. But the point here being, right, is that this mining has been the best distribution of these coins possible. It is literally like a digitization, a virtualization, a gamification of, say, precious metal mining, right? You could go in your backyard and you could dig for gold. If everyone watching this video did that, one of us might find some gold. Right? Maybe. Realistically, actually, probably not, but you get what I'm saying. It's possible. If everyone in the world went out there and did that, somebody's going to find gold. It's somewhere in the earth. We dig it up. Replace that with digital mining, right? So if everyone turns around and starts mining Bitcoin, which was possible when Bitcoin came out because it was mined with just an average computer. You could just literally take your computer about 14 years ago and download a program and start earning Bitcoin. It wouldn't be much, right? You'd be mining a ton of coins per day, but they're worth like nothing. There's no exchanges, there's no like belief established. It's not obvious, right? If you ask anyone today, like, you want a Bitcoin? They say, fuck yeah. You ask anyone 14 years ago they want a Bitcoin, like, I don't want that shit, dude. Just give me $5. I don't want your Digicoin thing, your monopoly money, right? Even 5 years ago, Bitcoin wasn't rock solid. Oh, it's more solid than gold now. Gold's a soft metal. It's more solid than steel now. Bottom line is, I'm bullish as fuck on Bitcoin. What about you? I'm Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel, home of Tails, our CBO, our Chief Bitcoin Officer. Ironically, she's a Dogecoin, so you know we got some of that too. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video, and remember to check out ASIC Marketplace to grab a Bitcoin miner if you want one. They support us with a lot of our content here on the tube, so support yourself with that code, and if you don't mind, support us with the link there as well.